Hello world, let's take a look at day 9 of this challenge. Backspace string compare. Given two strings S and T, return if they are equal when both are typed into empty text editors. That's an odd sentence. Return if they are equal when both are typed into empty text editors. Okay, I think it's actually for a Boolean. A hashtag means a backspace character. Okay, so we're given two strings, S and T, and we're going to say if they are equal or not when typed into empty text editors. I'm assuming if there's a backspace character, we have to press backspace and get rid of the character before it. First example is AB hashtag C, and then AD hashtag C. So it looks like the strings might be of the same length. Let me just look through the examples just down through, see if that holds up. And no, because in example 4, they're not the same length. So we can't iterate through both of them at the same time. So we have to go through each string once. So AB hashtag C and AD hashtag C. I'm assuming, I'm not looking at the explanation right now. I'm going to say that AB hashtag C is going to be AC, and then T is going to be AC also. So that will return true because they both are AC. Yep, and that's the correct explanation here. Both become C because backspace character means we get rid of the character. We need to get rid of the character before it. We got AB hashtag, which turns into, oh, nothing. Okay. So AB hashtag, which means we get rid of the character before it. And then we get rid of the character before the last one, which ends up being A. And then C hashtag D hashtag also becomes blank string. Okay. Example 3 is showing us that if there's a hashtag with no character before it, we don't get rid of anything, we just skip it. So this turns out to be C, and this one also turned out to be C because we get rid of that A with the second hashtag, and this first hashtag is skipped, and then we just put the C in. In this example 4, I assume is just showing us that the strings will not always be the same length. Okay, so the length of S and T will not be more than 200. It will not be less than 1, so we won't have any empty strings. And S and T will only have lowercase letters and hashtag characters, so no numbers or uppercase letters, which is nice. Okay, so the problem is return if the two strings are the same after a text editor filters the string, getting rid of the character before a given backspace. So how are we going to do this? We looked at the examples above, so I'm not going to pull anything out for that. Data structure, we have two strings as inputs. And we're going to need to iterate through them because we need to see if there's any hashtags and get rid of the element before it. So I have to iterate through them. So probably going to convert those to arrays. And we also need new strings to hold the updated value for each string, because we can't modify, because strings are immutable, we can't modify them by index. And we can't mutate them by index, so that wouldn't work. For algorithm, so we have, let's declare and initialize two variables to look at empty strings, snew and tnew. Then we got to convert each string to an array, iterate through each string. If the current character is a backspace, check the last character of the new version of the string. If it is not undefined, oh, actually, the two empty arrays, because we want to be able to modify it in place. New version of the array. If it is not undefined, we assign the element. Actually, we're just going to splice the element at the last position, last index, and not replace it with anything. Else, push the char onto the new array. So we have to join each array into a string, return I'm thinking this checking the last character will work in the case. I'm thinking of example 2, where we have two hashtags in a row. And at first we get rid of B, and then we get rid of A. I was thinking, because if we were making a new string out of it, first we'd add an A to it, then we'd add B, and then we see the backspace here, and we get rid of the last element, B, and then we see the next element, backspace, and we get rid of A, which leaves us with an empty string. So that's my reasoning with that. So let's code this. Let snew, tnew. And I don't know how to do this in linear time and constant space. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just focusing on figuring the problem out. Let's do s.split. each char, if char is equal to a hashtag, else yeah, let's export this to a new function. Let's do filter. Oh, we'll say render string because that's kind of what the text editor is doing. So we'll give it a string, and then in here we'll do the let new array equals an empty array. Then we'll do string.split for each function char. Okay, let s new is equal to render string. Then we're going to do return s new is equal to t. Yeah, we don't have to do that. We don't have to store it. We can just render s, render string t. And then here, we're going to join it and return it. Okay. So if char is equal to a backspace, we want to check you are if you are dot length minus 1 is not equal to undefined, which means it is a character, and there's actually an element there, then we want to splice at the end of the array. And I think splice is destructive. Let's just see. Yeah, okay. You are splice, and we want to splice at the index. You are length minus 1, and we want to replace one of them, but we don't want to replace with anything. And then in the else case, you are dot push char. Now I'm going to console log what the result is here, just so I can see what it's actually giving us. Cool, so that gave us the correct strings. Let's try it with A, B, hashtag, and A, hashtag, B, hashtag, which both of them should be blank. Awesome. Then we got A hashtag C, which should be C, and then hashtag A hashtag C, which should also be C. And then here we'll put A hashtag C and B. Nice, came up with all the right outputs. Let's add one more. Let's check A versus A and hashtag versus A. So this one should be true and this one should be false. Okay, it looks like it's rendering correctly. Let's try a longer example. A hashtag, hashtag B, hashtag C, hashtag, and okay. So ABC hashtag AB hashtag should be A, and then this one should be C. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I expected it to be. All right, let's run this without the console log and see how quickly it runs. Okay, let's try submitting. See what happens. Great, accepted first try. Okay. I wonder if that counted as linear time in this example, and because what I took linear time to mean was that you could complete the problem by only iterating over one of the strings, but I think that was a misunderstanding on my part. Maybe they meant linear time as in you go over each string one time only and then return the result. So I'm not sure. Well, have a great day.